Hey, how's it going? It's Grant
And Shelby.
with the Garden of Eater, where we tell tales and smash snails. How's everybody doing?
Welcome in, Eric. First one in here. Hello, Lady R. Welcome. And we got Jamie. Welcome in. And Frank. And Victoria. How you doing? Say, I'll be painting. I saw your painting of that pea puffer and I want it. It's so cute. Oh, it's so beautiful. You're doing an amazing job. Hello, Benjamin Peters and Xanadu. Oh, there was no Bob Steenfart tonight, so wide open schedule for people. Hello, welcome in, Dr. Anthony. Hey, no negativity already, Dr. Anthony. You save that for the end. Hello, Benjamin Peters.
That's Shelby's part of the stream.
Stop. Oh. Hello, welcome in, Crypt Keeper. And we got Craig, welcome. And Richard Reynolds, welcome in. And Nano Aquarium Guy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for sending us the videos so we could do the video for the Aquatic Expo in South Florida. They asked Shelby to do a video. They did not ask me.
Well, they asked specifically who does the videos, so it was me. Oh, it's almost done. I literally didn't get film of us at the show. That's the only thing I didn't do. And welcome in Jimmy P. Aquariums and Michelle. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Eric's got to go get his Powerball tickets. Don't forget that.
Oh.
Got to hit it big. Hit it big.
I forgot that.
No. Welcome in Grant. Messaging everyone welcome. Hello, June only Oscars.
I was supposed to buy one for my dad. Totally.
Oh, were you really?
Totally forgot.
Aw. Is that what he called you for?
No, no.
Smash the snails and like the button, everybody. Jamie, you're hilarious. Welcome in, Brookley Bell. And Shelby and Snail Murderer. I've actually probably killed more than him by accident. I'm the worst. I'm so clumsy. It's not funny. It says thank you for saving me from Father Fish. You're welcome, June. Welcome in, TJ Autocross. And Stephen P. said, hello, I'm here with snail questions.
Very nice.
Hello, Jenna P. Welcome in. It's funny. Who said hi to Richard? Hello, Zen Ginger. Welcome. And Sage. Welcome in. And Vibes. How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hello, Aaron's Water Buddies. Never seen you in here. It just happens to be the same day that Aaron Carter does.
The day after.
Oh, day after. It was yesterday?
Yeah.
Would have lined up good. Welcome in, Luke.
Yo, what's up, Luke? Did you send out that package yet? I'm just curious. No rush.
Thank you so much, Victoria. It was actually just braided yesterday, and I just took it out. I didn't have time. Let me tell you.
It's
I thought
actually
I'd have...
Florida Swamp Hair Conditioner.
So I thought I would have enough time to get ready and write down all the fish that I have. I didn't. I think I'm missing some.
So how's the giveaway
hopefully.
for tonight going to be? Is it going to be how many tanks of fish?
I didn't count the tanks of fish.
So it's going to be how many
variety
next week?
Next week. So our giveaway next Monday is going to be how many types of fish we have, which I'm going to go over the types of fish. Then it will be another week will be the tanks.
So it's going to be the first person to pay attention on the stream next week. Basically, will get the fish or the giveaway.
Yeah, if they add it up.
All right.
They'd have to add it up.
You're going to have to go
But we are missing a couple, so.
Oh, so is that the plot?
Yep.
So next week.
Welcome in, Annette. Snailed it. Hello, Shauna with 503 Aquatics. Welcome in.
Should we have a little
Crown Tail Half Moon?
A little thing on the website for 50 cents you could save a snail?
Thank you, Annette. That's who you should be here for anyways. Who cares? What'd you say?
Nothing now.
Something about snails?
Nothing now.
All right. Are you going to start talking?
I guess.
Hello, Max Cardenas. Welcome in.
So before we dive into the shrimp question, since we're not even caught up to
Hello, Glassbox Swimmers. I
We're
swear
getting
they said
close.
something different before.
we're getting close. But so the past few days, I've had my buddy Josh. If you guys go to the Aquashellas, he is part of the Owasi crew. Bigger guy, lovable, big old teddy bear of a guy, though. He has been helping me put together the stand. So it is fully assembled. I miscalculated a little bit on how many smaller boards I needed to put in between. Someone was just not happy with the amount I had set for it. So I'm going to be adding 12 more little smaller pieces to it. I also got to build the little piece for the Alita. And then
For my plants.
no, your plants are no.
Yeah.
Nothing for your plants. So the Alita
Welcome
needs
in, Scuba Steve. And thank you for leaving a review. Hopefully it's a good one. Continue.
the Alita needs to be prefabricated, a little platform for that goes above the tanks. And then besides that, I think the entire tank stand itself will be done. And then we need to make the closed loop air system. And then we can start moving all of the tanks out of Jaden's room, all of the tanks out of the garage, move some things around, and then we can start filling up the garage with more tanks. So it'll be great. In the next 2 months, we should add on an extra 100 to 150 to 200 tanks, depending on. I keep talking like, oh, I'm going to get this done before the Keystone Clash. I'm going to get this done before Aquashella, and nothing ever happened. So I'm just going to say it's going to get done. I'm done talking and putting time frames on it. But this stand was definitely done right. I'm very happy with it. And it just needs a few more pieces added on.
All right. So Aaron's Water Buddies is Aaron Goodfellow. Started a little YouTube channel. So check that out. Exciting. That's so cool. It's always
Welcome,
good.
Aaron.
Trust me, it grows so fast. Well, slowly, but it seems fast. I'm not putting that right.
What's up, Brandon?
Welcome in.
And then besides that, we have been doing quite some collecting in the past few days. We spent an entire day at Buford Springs and Three Bridges Roads collecting least killies fish. We didn't catch any mollies or anything else. We got gambusia, crayfish, and then these other people caught salamanders. And then I spent like whole half the next day trying to catch the salamanders with no luck. So I'm very upset about that. I'll be going back probably tomorrow with Josh to see if we can't catch some salamanders.
Without me, how dare they?
Yeah, without you, we'll probably get more done. Someone over there trying to get stuff for her tank for her TikTok. I'm
enjoying my aquascape.
Needs me to move tanks so she could get the right shot, the right angle with the beautiful backdrop.
It was beautiful though, was it not? It was breathtaking.
And then
so, Lady R is working on some snail art tonight, and I'll be doing some shrimp art too. I cannot wait to see the shrimp art. I can't wait. Hello, Gary from GK Aquatics. And Max said, thank you, Crypt Keeper, for the great video of the shrimp contest. If you have not checked that out, it is a great video. Go ahead and check that out on Crypt Keeper's YouTube.
What she said.
Welcome
Crypt Keeper,
in.
please put the link down below.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics.
How's it going, John? Yeah. But then yesterday, we spent half of our day at the Chaskawiska River. We didn't even bring our kayaks this time. We just straight jumped in the water from the campsite and swam to the first spring, and then we swam to Seven Sister Springs. And it was way too cold for me. I regretted every little bit of it. However, Josh made it all worth it. He's all the way down from Missouri, drove all the way down here. So how do you not go into my little sweet spots and show them around? And they're definitely worth the swim. He's like, oh, man, you don't know how out of shape you are until you swim swim a good little distance, and we definitely swam a good little distance. And then
Massage.
he just continued to swim around because he's not from here. He hasn't seen the fish that we have native to us. So he's like swimming around trying to figure out what fish this is. Show me that fish. But I'm like, I'm not sticking my head down under the water. I was being a little girl about it, but
I was having a blast
It's
going
cool.
in and out. Welcome in, Matt. I'm sorry. Let me get that out of the way. I just must have skipped right past you. I'm so sorry. I was having a blast swimming in and out of the caves, and I was having fun until I smashed my ankle into a rock, and it is
And this-
all black and blue.
it was like nothing even happened. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
pain, I broke it. It's broken.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
it's
I
not
don't know.
broken because you're not crying like immediately.
Yeah, I'd probably.
When you
cry.
get your first bone, you will cry immediately.
I know.
I've seen you in worse pain than that. You cry instantly.
Yeah, I mean, having C-sections was pretty grueling. I was screaming at the nurses, I feel like I'm being ripped to shreds. They're like, you're okay, honey. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not okay. This lady votes for the snail saving.
No, I saw you fall and
We have so many snails. He's just joking. He loves snails too. You fall in what?
at the grocery store when you slipped on the pasta sauce.
Oh, my knee was
If-
so bad.
Yeah,
It was so
you definitely hurt yourself there, and we're crying like
Oh.
instantly. And you're pregnant.
bad. Yeah. It was bad. My whole knee was black and blue for like 2 weeks, and I just like stumbled out of there. I'm like, I'm okay. Tears streaming down my face. Nano says, sounds like a lot of work just going to guess the species number.
I think they should get. We'll do a giveaway tonight. If you can guess how many species of
Are you going to
fish,
count it up?
Shelby, I'll count it while you do all the
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
She has written down right now. Why don't you go
There's
ahead?
2 more pages.
There's 2 more pages?
Yeah.
You go ahead
Okay.
and people can start counting.
Sounds good.
And by the time we get to that in chat, because we're almost half a Rico behind.
We're only 10 minutes
No,
behind.
all right.
If you'd stop talking.
No, don't do it yet. If people already started, erase that. We're gonna wait until I start talking.
Hello, Sky Dancer. Welcome in. And I already said hi to Richard Reynolds. We'll say it again. Welcome in, Guppy Beast. Hello. I think you beat your wife this time. I didn't see her, or I skipped her by accident. Hopefully not. He's counting that a lot faster than I thought he would. Welcome in, Johnny B. Me too. I always imagine him in a little tiny diver suit. But like I don't like when I think of Scuba Steve, I think of a tiny little Scuba Steve in a diver suit and everything. Not like actual Scuba Steve.
We went to one of the springs, Buford Springs,
Welcome in, Nate, the shrimp nut.
and it's 120 feet down that you can free dive to. And then you can scuba dive past that to about 170 before you get into the cave system. But you can go down and into the cave system, and it's about 20-30 minute drive away from our house. And you can map the caves all the way up underneath our house.
Welcome in, Kyle from Poseidon's Pets. Said driving home won't be able to see the stream this week. Have fun, y'all.
And then the second spring we went to is Eagle's Nest. And that one is like the Mount Everest of cave diving. More people have died there than any other cave. Buford is also really dangerous. 2 divers just recently died there in like the past 3 months. So it's not something to play around with, but if you're experienced or want to practice free diving, it's a good place to go.
And welcome in Killer Kitty and First Class Fish. If you want to see the what the springs kind of look like, I did do a Florida biotope of the 2 spots. So like the real swampy area that we catch some of our native fish at, and then the beautiful area that we were diving in and where he said you can free dive. I think they said it was 89 feet to the cavern.
Her video's better, but I also have a video on my TikTok.
He's being nice. His is good too.
Yours is better.
Yeah.
Did you?
Mine's just more
The one
fun.
you got going out tomorrow is even better than that one. Or is that the one you did?
That's one I already.
You posted it today?
Yeah, I posted it
Okay.
today. I'll be posting it on Facebook tomorrow. I'm spacing it apart. Welcome back, Eric. Hopefully you got plenty of Powerball tickets. Oh, thank you, lady. Said you and Grant have inspired me so much. I hope we inspire you to get more tanks. It's so crazy. I saw a friend tonight, and her husband does fish as well, shrimp. You might know him, Eddie. But I was talking tonight about the tanks, and can't wait, and we're gonna clean out the garage. And she's like, well, what's going in there? And I'm like, well, more tanks. And I'm like, for my fish. So that's why I'm like moving them all around constantly. And she's like, are you happy? It's like, yes, as long as I have my spots to do my things, the fish are my thing. So I would like the garage and have it all for my fish. And I get bigger tanks in the garage too. So some of my specialty fish that are a little too big for some of these tanks. And he did get his Powerball tickets. Yes. I will catch up in chat. Maybe not. Don't know where Grant went. Timothy Reed said, question, do you have a favorite type of net for your tanks, or do you just get them in bulk? So it all depends. There is some that we get. These ones are the ones that we've gotten cheap in bulk. They're okay, but they kind of bend too much. So like when you're going in the tank and the water's going through, it does this. Sucks. So they do make, I don't have any around me. Oh, maybe. Sorry. So this one is kind of like the other ones. It's not as good, but you can kind of see. So they're almost like 3D, and they have a structure to them. They make better ones than these, and then they have the long handle. These are like the best because it kind of keeps their form, which is good for shrimp so that you can scoop them in. So what we kind of do to catch shrimp, a lot of people seem to be having that problem, is to feed them and, wait about 10, 15 minutes for them all to kind of get out of their corners. And then you just go from behind them and then scoop them up in the corners. Also, shrimp tend to go backwards like a lobster. So you could, if you have a shrimp sitting there, what you could do is sneak up from the tail and then scoop it up. Like you just got to go fast with it, and that'll be the best way. But I tend to like these. And if the glass shrimp catchers were cheaper and a little bit better, I'd buy those in a heartbeat because they're so smooth. They just drop them out. They don't ever get their legs or antennas stuck in these. So never an issue, but that's our preferred ones. And if we're in a bigger pond, the bigger the net, the better, because we can scoop up a lot at one time. So if you have like an empty tank that only has like gravel, the bigger the net's going to be, the better. So you can go from the back of the tank and scoop up. It's going to be your best bet. So, but that's if you're mass producing and you don't have anything else in the tank. And there's Lady Guppy Beast. Welcome in. I said, hello, Big Shrimp, and said, okay, everyone can relax. The show can start. I'm here.
I had Josh go get my dad some Powerball tickets.
Is that really what you just did?
Yeah, I mean, he's out there all alone.
Make sure he knows to do quick pick. Or did he give you numbers? It's always better to do quick pick if you're doing anything like that. Never known anyone to use their specific numbers and win. Very, very rare. But a quick pick you can win off of. So that's the only time. I worked at a gas station for several years, and the only people that want any money are the people that did quick picks. I'm all out of sorts now. No one out. Hello, Kelly Foreman. Welcome in. Oh, look at all these guesses. This is good. Did you already have it down?
Yeah, I have it down.
That's not that many. We got to be missing a couple.
It sounds about right.
I like this one, Eric, though. That's going to be a little while.
No, don't give any hints.
At-
Stop it.
At least for a little, 100. What? What hint am I giving?
You just gave a hint. You did. You said in a little while.
It could be
Not
a
quite
year,
yet.
a little while, is what I meant.
I understand, but now they know it's not that
Uh,
high. You're giving hints.
Oh no, my kids just broke my tank lid. Was it glass? Oh, you got to get the polycarbonate plastic ones. They'll just go in the tank, so
You
it
can
won't
still
break.
break them though. You can
It'd be
step
pretty
on it.
hard. Yeah, there is kids that could be like that. Oh man.
I guess so. Since there's all these people already guessing, guys. guess
Hello,
ahead,
Larry D.
But you don't even know what you're guessing for. Did we announce that?
No. Welcome
Oh,
in,
man.
Ricky. Then Yellowstone Aquatics, welcome in.
You guys win. First person that gets it gets this broken pen cap.
Stop. And chewed
A
candy.
bag of crushed snails. Look at all these people interested.
Stop. Oh, goodness gracious.
You got to think of something. This is your giveaway.
No, you are in charge of that. I just spent forever trying to find that.
All right, yellow 24 karat Neos.
I like the sound of this. Taking a break before I hook up the new tank. New tank.
Oh, geez.
Eric says, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said I would like to see a shrimp and a disco ball, please.
Hold on!
Oh,
We can make that happen.
he meant the video, but okay. Because he's going to go get a shrimp and a disco ball. But here's your video, Eric. What are you doing up? It's time for bed. Huh? Oh, okay. Crib says she got 99 fishies and a bite your ain't one. That's a great one. That's good. That's a good one. Welcome in, Geek Boy. Welcome in, Beta Aquatics. Grant's breaking things in the bedroom. Matt says you're entering to give Shelby a week off where she just gets to watch Grant do all the work. It's not a bad idea. What is that?
My Disco Bee shirt. My Disco Bee hat. See? It's Disco Bee and shrimp. So it's disco and shrimp. It's close enough.
You had to break a couple things to find that? Sound like
They were only yours. So the $10 could go back and fix the things I
The
broke of
video.
yours. It's not broken.
Oh my gosh.
But as soon as that
Welcome in,
runs out,
SC
I'm taking this
Cataholas.
off. It's uncomfortable.
Hello, Dee Dee. Said, gosh, Grant, I squished a snail the other day, and the first thing I thought of was your comments on Streamy McStreamy live streams the other night. Crunch. Yeah, it's actually pretty sad how many times. There's so many in our house. It's like crazy.
And I love the Diamondback terrapins outside. They just they see those snails and they just go munch crunching away.
Welcome in, Jerome. You missed him wearing all his Rico merch. He wore like head to toe Rico merch was that Aquashella and Keystone Clash? Hello, Spaghetti Nona. Nana said 122. Don't remember what I'm guessing anymore. Eric woke the kids. Oh man. And done. Someone was actually really close. Jenna says, is Grant pulling the disco ball from the bedroom?
Dr.
We ain't that
Anthony.
weird. We ain't that weird.
Why is he donating money?
Dr.
This is
Anthony, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, what water parameters do I need for my fishbone shrimp?
150 TDS, 6 GH, 0 kH, 6 pH, and around 70, 72 in temperature. And that is going to be optimal parameters. But please, do not pay money to ask me a question.
'Cause
Just simply message me on Facebook.
Gonna have to donate it back.
Yeah, this and all that's happening is Facebook is taking 30% every time we're sending each other money. So just keep your money because when you
But
get here,
you get your video. Yay!
YouTube does not need to be taking any of this money.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, but at the same time, not needed. No, we already went this far. I just saw Jenna P's question about the disco ball.
Oh. No, we do have. I thought you were gonna grab the little disco light we have.
I
I,
don't
think
know
that's
what
in the
that
kids'
is.
rooms actually.
That's not a
'cause they
disco ball.
stole
That's
it.
an LED light. That's a disgrace to the disco ball.
Oh, Vibes is watching the showers. Yes, we have a lunar eclipse in the morning. Hopefully, I can see that. Probably not. I'm
You
not a
won't
good
even
morning
remember.
person. No.
You won't. Maybe you'll see it though at the bus stop.
No. Mm-mm. If it doesn't shine, it's not a disco ball.
I'm sorry.
So Shelby and Grant, do I get one of your fancy TGOE stickers?
All right.
Are you a
I believe he.
member?
What? Are you a member? If you're a member, you just simply email us at granteater@gmail.com. I believe Shelby has been really on top of it.
I have
we
a
mailed?
book.
You have
I
a
have
list. You
my
haven't
book.
mailed it out yet, though.
No, because no one
All
emailed
right.
me.
I
That's the
lied.
problem.
She is not on top of
I
it.
have it.
I'm
Oh, there
sorry.
we
Do not take anything that I say with credibility on live
I
streams.
am sort of on top of it. Oh, right there, very top there.
And
gotta
we
email
just
us.
sent him shrimp.
That's your fault.
That's your fault.
It's
You're
your
the
fault.
one in charge.
No.
We have your address. I will make sure that we get it
Okay, I have
shipped
the
out to you.
address. Have address.
It also comes with a 10% off to our website that also works right now with our Black Friday sales. And it is our best sale of the year. Everything is marked down 20 to 50%,
I
if
like
not more on some shrimp. I didn't do all the math, but
Kelly Foreman, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Said Grant doesn't tell me what to do.
I don't know what I said to you, but Dr. Anthony doesn't.
So we could just keep playing that
Dr.
every time he talks. All right, next time.
No, Dr. Anthony doesn't need to be sending us money because I am all for the
Oh,
cause.
goodness. Crypt Keeper, thank you so much for $9.99. Said lots of Trump wigs tonight. How many more will we get to see? Gold was
Anyways,
the only one that
the sticker comes with a 10% off code that still works with our sales, so you could potentially get 60% off.
Thank you guys so much.
It's much appreciated. From everybody but Dr. Anthony. Keep it for the research center, please, next time. I will answer any questions you have. No matter how much load I have, I will stop everything for you.
Jimmy P's your best friend. I smashed around 50 snails today. Guppies love them, served that way. Oh, man.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
My man got me the Powerball tickets.
Hi.
Thank you so much, man.
These are the most hospitable people you've ever met.
You're so
Oh.
sweet.
Mr.
We're not that
Hospitality.
nice.
You got me 4. Here.
Welcome in, Toski
You didn't want one?
and Big Shrimpin. We are
you go.
guessing how many types of fish we have.
Yes. Nobody has gotten it right yet. I would like you guys to make one guess per person, and then we'll go free for all once we don't have any winners and we've made it through everybody. But thank you so much, man. Did you need something?
I will delete the money.
All right.
I'm just listening to you, Rosie.
Welcome in, Daniel. Hello. Says it's at 5 a.m. Yeah, I'm not a morning person anymore.
What is Stephen? Is that Stephen P up top?
Oh, yeah.
This is.
Where is
I hope
that?
it's about snails.
Steve.
Aw.
Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, how many shadow pandas can I keep in a 3.5 gallon bottle?
350. And then they're gonna start
Oh,
eating
man.
each other because there's too many of them in there.
And here's your video. Does that video make Grant disappear? We're gonna have to keep playing it then. Just kidding. Maybe. Oh man.
All right. Back to comfortable hat from our lovely.
I just want the sticker. All about the stickers. We're gonna have our new ones come out. I just haven't ordered them yet. I keep forgetting.
How dare you interrupt me before I'm about to say the lovely Chattanooga Ed.
Sorry.
You are by far the rudest person in the Fish fam. Ed, if you are watching, I am so sorry. She is just uncontrollable.
Killer Kitty said, I'm wanting to set up a 20-gallon long for the green jade coals I'm buying in the next couple of days off. You. Can I add white cloud?
5 white clouds I brought in from my pond. You can. They are small, but when they start producing babies, they're going to eat some of the babies. Also, they're culls, and I tend to cull very young on the greens. So I do throw in a lot of little tiny itty bitty babies in there sometimes. So best of luck to those. But bring the mountain clouds inside. We are going to leave ours outside this winter. However, our winters are not nearly as brutal as yours, probably. Stop looking at your watch,
It was uncomfortable.
cyborg.
You're annoying. Hello, Joe Mental. Joe Mental? Don't know.
Joe MTL.
Okay, I guess
I
that
don't know.
works. Says, I have a question on genetics. I started with 1 male and 4 female red cherry shrimp a year ago. I now have over 35. Do I add a few every few years to stop interbreeding?
So
Inbreeding.
there's really 2 answers to this question. The correct answer to the question and the scientific proven thing for all animals, if you want to breed them and not worry about inbreeding, you need at least a group of 50. However, this is shrimp. So the other part of the question is some of the most high grade, most nicest, colorful, crazy pattern shrimp out there are the most inbred Alabama shrimp out there. Like, they are fully maybe 2 descents for several like brothers and sisters for many several 10 20 generations. So
Welcome. We got a new member, Kelly Foreman. Thank you for joining us.
you can add new blood if you would like to. However, it's not really needed unless you're seeing defects. And chances are with shrimp, you're not really going to see that. But welcome, Kelly. You have joined the Shrimp Nation. How did you not say that? We need to get people on this.
I know.
Or the
I
people
gotta
need to
fix the
tell us
videos,
that
too.
somebody else already has that. But if nobody has it, we're taking it. It's ours.
Thank you so much, Killer Kitty, for the $2 super sticker.
Shrimp Nation, where we tell tales and crush snails.
Oh my gosh. Stop. That is not our minute. We
Yeah.
love snails. And we
I thought
literally
about that
recommend
early
snails
this
for
morning, and I was like, I'm using that for the
little
live stream
bit.
tonight. Kept it in my head all day. Tell tales, crush snails. Tell tales, crush snails. Let's go.
You're going to say it wrong if you say it too many times.
Well, we can tell snails to crush tails.
Sin Ginger
Of other
says, I like that
snails.
Shelby played it over him talking smack. Always. It's great. It's a great interrupter. Sometimes he disappears when I play it too. So, you know. Just keep doing it.
Well,
You
Josh
know,
is here. When
chances-
your fish are up, I'm definitely disappearing.
Yep. Oh man.
I'll watch from out there.
Thanks, Kelly. That's fine. That's fine. And, you know, really, like at least like 10 of these people are just for me.
I'd say more than that.
Oh, Jamie never got a 10% off code. It should have been in your. Did I send him his stickers? It should have been in the note at the very bottom. Did you not read my whole note?
I don't know if he did or not. Did you get a sticker? I remember sending a package to Canada, but I don't know if it had a note by then. I think we had the stickers and just sent it off with some offer chart.
Berkeley said, do y'all sell Caradina shrimp? I know you have them. I probably should already know this question, but I don't. We do. There is certain ones we keep on
Could
the
you name them
website.
all
There's
right now?
certain ones we don't. Not every. There's like 100 of them. Get out of here. I can name some of them. Quite a bit, actually. I could start with the top left tank in Jaden's room and kind of go around, but we'll be here for 2 hours for me to do that. But we got like
And they're
you
all
can narrow it down to
homebred.
a color if you want, and then we could tell you like which ones would be that color, which ones the easier ones are, which ones are my favorite, you know, the cooler ones, the ones that breed faster, the ones that are a little bit harder to take care of but more rewarding.
But they're all
Wow.
homebred. No imports. Everything was bred in-house. The only thing not bred inside is the fish.
How many
The fish are
loads is
bred in
Grant
Florida,
talking?
though. They are not imports.
Welcome in, Paul.
Loads. Laundry. I'll go take care of that.
Okay. Is that what we were talking about, though?
I don't know.
I keep looking at the guesses, you know, kind of close, but we are still guessing on how many types of fish we have right now. So that doesn't mean tanks, because that's going to be clearly a lot more because of breeding, but just the specific types. Welcome in, John Morgan. Hello, Timothy Reed. Yellowstone, are we just guessing a random number? Might as well. I am enjoying this Zen very much. It is nice to cut him off once in a while. He's too loud. I don't get to cut him off in real life. So Benjamin asked Grant, does population contribute to size of Neocaridina? No, but tank can and proper lighting can. So like we have some of our shrimp that are outside that get natural UVB. Definitely get a lot bigger than some inside with just LED lights. Obviously age, so you wouldn't want a warm tank. You would want it kind of cool in the 70s. They last a lot longer and they seem to grow a little bit bigger. Like we had some black tiger orange eyes that were huge. It also depends on the shrimp too. Like sometimes like we'll have hundreds and hundreds of green shrimp, but only a few of them get real big. So diet could be a part of it too. Just feeding them all around diet, not just like the same thing every day. You want to make sure you get protein, calcium, all types of different food will help. Grant probably has a better answer for you, but I tried my best since he is busy. Oh, we already took care of that. Sorry, I read that before clicking it. Welcome in, Ben. And Lurking Wild set up a new tank. I love this. So many people setting up new tanks tonight. That is lovely. You could probably guess a second time now. I mean, no one's got it so far. So, I mean, might as well guess another time if no one's got it so far.
I see your name twice though on the screen at the same time though. You can't guess.
Yeah, so you got to wait time limit. If you didn't hear him, he said, if I can see your name twice in the same screen, which is like 20 comments, then that doesn't count. So you got to give it some time. Hello, Robert from Ray Aquatics.
Well, Ray.
Yeah, this was already like, oh, see, we're not that far behind. A little bit behind, though. Trying to catch up. So, I don't know if anyone's got this. Dr. Anderson says, what's wrong with interbreeding? Don't tell me how to run my life. Alabama shrimp. Still contemplating, I guess. It's not that bad. Just heard Grant say the prettiest shrimp yell Roll Tide. Is that red? Red and white? Roll Tide is God, I'm not with sports anymore. What is it? It's a football team that does that, right? Roll Tide?
I have no idea.
I can't remember right now. I think it's red and white.
I thought it was a military thing. Maybe. Tide. Probably not.
I don't know. Now you're making me question it.
I heard you say that I would probably know the answer to a question or answer it better than you could. What was that about?
Oh, if population was a factor. Oh, here. Grant, does population contribute to size of Neocaridina?
It's more like tank size. So if you have smaller than 10 gallons, you're not going to get the largest shrimp. Also, light really does matter. If you put them outside, the sunlight just does wonders. Nobody will get the very large shrimp unless you put them outside. My yellows are like 1.5 inches as full-grown adults, and I just don't get that inside.
Killer Kitty, one of us, Kelly, one of us. And I just think of the claw machine. The claw! Hello, Caprice Parks. Welcome in. Oh, thank you so much, Garcia Aquatics, for the $3 super sticker.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
I don't like that those don't pop up. StreamYard, fix your crap.
Can we yell at StreamYard?
I am going to yell.
Maybe
they
we
need
need
to fix
get
it.
the upgraded StreamYard before
we have the
yell
upgraded, I
Do
think.
we? I feel ashamed now.
Welcome
Sorry,
in,
StreamYard.
Montana. So what would be the pros versus cons of having long-term Neo shrimp colony in a 5.5 gallon?
So pros, you kind of save counter space. That's about it. The con of having it in a 5-gallon tank, their water control on parameters is going to be a lot harder to keep them constant. The shrimp aren't going to grow as full size as they would in a larger tank. They're not going to breed nearly as fast or have as many babies. Your survival rate will go down. It's really just, if you can't have a larger tank in that spot, then go smaller, and shrimp is a great choice. But don't expect a lot of breeding in tanks under 7.5 gallons, and expect not large shrimp in tanks under 10 gallons. So that's about it.
Welcome in, Mountain Greenery. And Daniel asked, I did my weekly water change on my Yellow King Kong tank. During and currently, the shrimp are super active. Even the baby shrimp were active. Water tested fine. Is this normal?
So if you go on the USA Freshwater Shrimp Implants group, you can pop up one of my Yellow King Kong videos by searching Grant Eater and shrimp crawling out of tank probably. I have posted it 2 or 3 times where every time I do my water change, the shrimp climb on the front of the glass. Now, they don't do it anymore. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of the tank where they're at now. There's not enough sunlight and stuff crawling on the tank. But I swear they weren't climbing to climb out of the water. They were to find a new tank. They were climbing out of the water to eat the little tiny bacteria that was dried out and dying on the sides of the tanks. The diatoms, the algae, everything like that. So I think what's happening is, as your tank is being drained and filled up, they're eating all those little tiny microorganisms that are falling off and dying, drying out and dying, or becoming just easily prey for the shrimp.
Some people are so close to guessing.
So close.
Matt says every time Grant walks away from the stream gets better. I don't understand.
It's because I'm doing stuff to increase the entertainment here, Matt.
Crown Tail said, Shelby, what's best color substrates for reds versus black or blue shrimp? So that one's a little tricky. So it really depends on what you're looking to do. So I say if I was to cull and make the best black or blue shrimp, I would put them on white substrate just because it would bring out their actual color. The dark substrate, they'll be so dark you can barely see them. So it's kind of not like fun to see. It's kind of like hunting. Like we have black tiger orange eyed on black substrate. It's just not fun to see. But for the reds, I mean, either color is great. I prefer black because it usually makes them darker up. But like I have some brown substrate that the reds are on, and you still have really good color. And you actually can cull better with that and see the ones that are deeper in color and a better quality of a shrimp. Because say like you sell those shrimp to someone else, if you had on lighter substrate and they're still darker than the substrate, then they're better quality. And then people are just going to be happy when they have it on brown or lighter substrate. So
I have different answers.
you can have your different
No, she didn't
answers.
ask me. They didn't ask me.
Well, they're
Next
going to get your
person.
opinion.
No.
Oh, man. Are you still using Brightwell Escuro substrate? Hello, Snap Tight.
The price of Brightwell has gone up, and I have been experimenting using other substrates. And I'm really doing whatever I can get my hands on for a decent price. And we're testing out a ton of substrates. The Fluval, we have Galaxy Pintos and Crazy Blues and a bunch of other shrimp already breeding on that. I'm just curious for how long it's going to last. So far it's been a decent substrate. We also have the Owasi substrate coming out, or not coming out, but we're going to be trying it on the new rack. We have an unopened bag of fresh Tropica soil that we can use on the new rack to fill up a couple of tanks. It's a big bag. We got some UNS bags. We've got some Shrimp King. We've got quite a few things to throw out on the new rack. But I still think that if I had to go down and buy new substrate, I haven't looked at the tanks up top. Shelby swears they're doing great, and she's stealing them from me. Like, how can she
They're
do
mine,
that if the
'cause I'm
substrate
feeding
isn't
them.
good? So I might be driving down and getting a pallet of the Akedama. And it's from a bonsai store. It's made for bonsai substrate. But we haven't tested any pH or anything like that. This is all stuff that Shelby can do now that she got demoted from her job because
Officially.
she asked to step down.
Sunday, officially.
She was expecting to get a certain amount of dollar per hour, and they gave her way higher than what was expected. I think they're worried that they were going to lose you overall. And he probably saw that the store is hopeless without you.
Let's go. Continue.
So,
Brandon said, I'm seeing buried females with less eggs with no shrimplets. Are they just good at hiding, or are they dying?
it could be one or the other. That's the thing with shrimp. So if you have buried shrimp still and everything's doing well, depending on the shrimp, if it is Caridina, they can still bury up with 1 kh, but the babies might not do well during that first molt. But for the first 2 weeks, I tend not to really worry about baby shrimp because they are master hiders. They are super small, and the females are kind of smart on where they release their eggs. They don't do it right on the front of the glass a lot of the times. They kind of go into the sponge filters or little tiny areas that don't get a lot of traffic in the tank to release the babies. So I wouldn't be too worried. But after 3 weeks, you should definitely see some babies coming out to the food pile.
Black Box Swimmer said, I know you've said this a lot, but I want to hear it again. Our Tangerine Tigers are hardy as Caradina. Want to try Caradina for the first time?
Yes. And I don't want people to panic and run to the store, but the Tangerine Tigers are very low, very low. Shelby said there's less than 20 to be available. So if those are something you want, get them now. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait like 4 weeks for them to grow up to size. So I'm always down to sell them smaller. I prefer them a little bit smaller myself than what we sell. However, if you have fish or anything else in the tank, you do not want them this small.
Yeah. And also, if you don't want orange, there is yellow King Kongs. They're also really hardy for Caradina. I think those things are just as tough and rough as the Tangerine Tigers.
You just scroll down. Don't click off of it. Oh.
I already did. But Dee Dee said I'm setting up to 10 gallons. Like the attitude. Keep it up. Oh.
That's why I didn't want you to click off of it, because I was going to tell them. And by the way, you got the number right.
Congratulations, Glass Box Swimmers. Got it.
So email us at granteater@gmail.com.
Mystery surprise.
No, I said it was the Yellow Neos.
Oh.
And we will
When
ship
did you
you
say
out
that?
a box of Yellow Neos
Oh, nice.
out on Wednesday.
We'll write that down.
Nothing
Rather
will be
email-
shipped out
email us.
tomorrow. I'm taking Josh collecting, and yeah.
Yeah.
Don't click off
Selfie.
of
He's
it yet.
taking selfies
I
during
wasn't
his live
trying
stream.
to.
Yeah. He's taking selfies.
Listen, you're
Loser.
the selfie queen. I don't do that.
Oh, I haven't taken a selfie in a long time.
I've got pictures of yesterday.
I got a 20 long that's lovely. I need to escape that soon. Yeah, 20 longs are like really cool to escape. They're a pretty good footprint. So I love that. 77 again. I wish. Oh, Crypt Keeper was just behind.
Too
Just
slow. Too slow.
5 Yellowstone.
You got to catch up with chat, though, if there's any more shrimp genetic questions. If not, I will pass the torch over to you, since we do have 58 of them. And even if you cover one every minute, we will probably still not get through it all. I think you
know.
should do half of them tonight.
Hello,
half of them-
Danikin.
half of them next week.
No, I
How's
can
it
do
going,
it
Kenny?
so fast.
All right.
Gives me too much anxiety to keep guessing. Yeah, I know. I stick with a number, and if I don't get it, I don't get it. It wasn't supposed to be. Gubby B says, do you still have the wild fish you collected with Alex?
So most of the Achilles fish are still alive. The least killifish, I think, got picked off by the sunfish. The sunfish are all still alive, except for maybe the pygmies. I haven't seen those in a while, but all of the flagfish are still alive and doing well, and the larger sunfish and the golden top minnows.
Have a good night, Dr. Anthony.
We did
Go on
collect
10
more of
minutes
these Achilles fish, though, last night, and those are in a different tank. All by themselves, other than a peacock dudgeon. I hope he doesn't pick off too many of them.
Crown Tail. So, Grant, sir, can you share your input on color of substrate for red versus black or blues?
All right, red, go black. That's going to get you the best color black you possibly can. If you go lighter in substrate color, you're just going to get so many of them that are going to be light in color. Eventually, your whole colony is going to look light. You can try to just breed the darkest red ones, but you're going to end up with like 0 males, and then it's going to be really, really tricky to do that. Stick with black. Don't waste your time. Everybody does black, or you just don't care about the color of your shrimp for reds. On black, however, I would use gray substrate. Our samurai soil that we use for almost all of our tanks now for the Neos, it actually isn't so dark that you can't see the black rows. They actually pop quite nicely on the samurai substrate.
So
Why
you
did
don't care about
elbow
your
me?
red pintos or your safaris or your...
This question was for
Yeah.
Neos.
It wasn't for Neos.
She asked you for Neos.
It just says red versus black or blues. It didn't say Neos.
All right, well, the reds for any of the Caradinos still
This
going
is so
black. They
funny.
look the best.
Gubby B says you have koi guppies, killies, and a fat goldfish. So only 4. That was just from like one meeting you were at with us. So let me just tell you, we've been going to meetings for like 8 years. It was 58, yeah, which I'm hoping is very accurate, but that's what we have right now.
All right, so Steven then asked
So
a question.
substrate color for trying to do competitive level Blue Dreams in a 16-gallon tank, getting ready to set that up.
You keep elbowing me so much. I feel like a snail.
Just crush him too.
My hands and fingers hurt so much. I have to
Answer
start
the
using
question.
I just gotta start using the
No
elbows.
one wants to hear your opinions on
All right.
anything. They want you to answer your
So,
questions and keep it moving.
If you're doing competition, you got to think the competitions use black substrate. So I would also keep your blues on black substrate if you're going to be doing contests. For looks, I would keep them on like a grayer substrate. But if you're doing the breeding, you want them on black because when they throw them on black and if they were on gray, sometimes they could look so deep dark blue that they actually look black. So for that reason, I would start them out on black and then breed for the blue around the color of your name. That's highlighting on the pop-up for your question. That is, if your shrimp is walking in and it's that color blue, royal blue tiger, blue, orange eye blue tiger, or blue dream, blue diamond, I don't care. I'm grading that as high as I possibly can for color and whatnot, but then size matters. That's gonna matter.
Welcome in, Doug. Says, what's the best starter fish for a 75-gallon newbie here? So a 75-gallon starter fish, I would honestly, I'm gonna pick. It is gonna be an angelfish. Like I have had
A group of
most
angels.
success with angelfish. I mean, like obviously you could do like 4 or 5.
You said a angelfish, just a
sorry.
single.
A type of angelfish is what I was trying to say. Like any angelfish you could do, like they're not really, they seem to be really easy and just keep up with your water changes and you should have no issue. They seem to be the prettiest fish kind of flowing around. And then you could do some bottom dwellers like cory cats are super easy to take care of. They don't die either. I'm thinking of things like I could forget like 2 weeks to feed and they're still going to survive. So you should be good as long as you do your water changes.
And it's a great answer because you can also go to fish club meetings. Usually you can pick up angels for pretty cheap. You can keep them in planted tanks as well. They're a semi-aggressive fish, so they can go with other fish. You can keep them schooling. I think I'm going to agree with you on this one. I can't think of something better.
Wow. Is this in the camera that there's like these 2 little dots right here? It's like a light reflecting.
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bob, sorry it was for how many types of fish we have currently. And Glass Box Swimmers got it with 58.
I was actually using you guys all to pick our Powerball ticket numbers.
Joseph, I watched your videos where you recommend Malaysian trumpet snails. I have a hang on the back filter. Will they cause an issue?
Those were dark days. Back when I thought snails were okay. No, I'm just kidding. Malaysian trumpet snails are still to date my number 1 recommended snails for shrimp tanks. They just do wonders with the substrates. However, I haven't had any issues with them on any of our hang on the back filters, even the ones that don't have the shrimp guards.
Welcome in, B Wizzle Aquatics. Oh, thank you so much, Larry D, for the $2 super chat. Says, what's the way?
The your way.
What's
the your way?
the
They wanna
your
know
way
our
for shrimp water changes? Hold on. Play your video first, and then he'll answer the question.
All right. So our way is we have a hose that can go from any of our tanks in the entire house. It has a little guard on the end that prevents any of the baby shrimp from getting sucked up. It's made out of stainless steel mesh with some of that shrink rink. It's homemade. One day, maybe I'll figure out the right mesh and everything like that and do a how-to video on how to make them. or get Han to make us like 100 of them, and then we'll sell them on the website. But you could use pantyhose or a sock or something like that, or a fine sponge as well. You just want to stop any of the babies, but we don't touch any of the substrate. We hover just right over the substrate. You want to go as low down in the tank as you possibly can, because the most dense water is going to be on the bottom, and that is going to have all the most organic waste sitting in the bottom. So by siphoning off from the bottom, you're going to do the most out of your water change. And then once the water is out of the tank, we generally do 40 to 50% every other week. And then we fill up the tanks. We've got an army of trash cans where we pre-mix the water the night beforehand. If it's neocaradinas, we just simply fill up a trash can with tap water and prime. For caradina, we mix salty shrimp GH plus with the RO water at 0 TDS to 150 TDS. And we use that same water for all of the caradina in the entire house. Sulawesi is a little bit different, but that's a specific question.
DD said, from what I found, those tangerine tigers are badass. When you drop a net in the tank, they ain't scared and just go in the net. Yep. Actually, I've noticed like the younger ones are like that. They'll go right into the net. My older ones, they know better. It's probably because I've already caught them and then had to throw them back because we don't, sell our breeders. So
I think Stardust are a little bit more savage, and they don't want anything to do with the nets. But you put other shrimp in there, and they will definitely dominate.
Mm-hmm. Bob said, Tangerine Tigers and Blue Diamond Neos arrived today. Everyone looked great. Thanks, Grant and Shelby. Glad to hear.
You're welcome. Thank you for your purchase. I think it's time.
Yeah. So, okay, 58 now. Name him.
I think it's time.
Well, you know what sucks? Scotty's not here. How dare he?
What?
How dare he not be here? The whole reason is because Scotty asked last week, and I told him I would get him ready for him this week. That's so funny. Are you counting fish you aren't sure you have in the 58? Does that count?
I said, sir, what are you doing right this moment?
So, no, I'm not counting. That's 58 for sure. Different types of fish we have right now. It might be different on like some of them. We actually lost some fish. So I would recommend not buying import fish, regardless.
So this is what we'll do for next week.
Oh, man.
Next week is how many different types of shrimp we have. And I am going to be super specific. Super. And nobody asked for a list. I'm not doing no list. I am just going to go through the house and count up the ones that I have. I am not going to make a list. Maybe I'll make a list.
Brandon said, can I improve the blues and blue steels with blue bolts?
Not really. If you have like really nice extreme bolts, you can. But the best thing to do is, all right. So like, what are you trying to do with your blue steels? Are you trying to get more blue coverage? Because the best blue bolts or blue steels have only blue on the head and then white bodies. If there's any other blue throughout it, it's just not really a blue steel. They've kind of named it. It's a cull, but they call them crazy blues. Some of the crazy blues look really neat, like panda kind of bars and stuff, like, but just blue, deeper, darker blues and stuff like that.
SC Catahula said, my parents ordered the Tangerine Tigers and said they're doing great so far. That is wonderful. Tangerine Tigers are close to my heart. I catch them. All of the Tangerine Tigers I catch usually, unless I'm not here.
Your parents are doing great with them, but Matt.
Yeah, Matt, I can't believe that hurt my heart. The Tangerine Tigers are special to me.
I'm going to send him some others.
Jamie said, do shrimp breed all year long, or will there be highs and lows?
So, depending on where you live, they'll say that they have highs and lows. However, there is something we like to do in the wintertime to increase our breeding. We have a little video to go into more depth on this. But out of the 200 tanks that we have with breeding colonies of shrimp, maybe 4 or 5 of them are going to slow down in the wintertime. During the summer, we'll still have 4 or 5 tanks that are going to give us issues. So what we do in the wintertime is we increase the amount of water changes. We stay up on our feeding, stay on top of it. Outside, they totally slow down on the amount of food that they eat and stuff like that. It's because the temperatures drop. However, in the house, we keep them AC. The temperature doesn't change. So if it's the same at your house, then there shouldn't be any reduction in breeding as long as you're staying up with the care.
Lady R said, when I do have my tank cycled, I'm debating between getting the Snowball or the yellow Neocaridina. Planning on a black Eco-Complete substrate, fully planted. Oh, and some snail friends too. Yeah, I love the Snowballs. They're only really, really interesting when they get buried. I mean, they have, of course, the little white berries, but yellows usually pop. So if you do plan on planting the tank like heavily, yellows are probably the way to go because you'll see them from across the room. I mean, they're so beautiful and bright in color. Snowballs are a little bit more interesting to me. Like if you did like a really cool, like what I want to do is like a black substrate with like little grave headstones, so they look like little ghosts. That's what I would do. That's when they would like pop and you actually be able to see them. But putting too many plants in there, you're not really going to see the snowballs, unfortunately. And Danikin saying, Shelby cracking the whip tonight. I'm making sure we keep up a little bit. Big Shrimpin said, just took my vacuum cleaner apart and put it all back together and it's fixed. I wish that we could do that to ourselves. Just, take body parts off, put it back together, and we're fixed. That'd be great. Kelly asked, what substrate should I be on to improve my looks? That's a good one. With your undertones, probably like a rosy pink, I think would look really good for you. Make you look blush and really stand out. Actually, they do have that color. While I'm looking for other things, they have like this person that does this color complement things, and they put these colors over you, and it really shows like the different colors that make you look really good. I really want to do that. It's very interesting. But anyways, Glassbox Stormer says thank you. And chat, that's perfect. I've been wanting some yellow Neos, and now I'm getting them from one of the best breeders in the U.S. Thank you.
And they're probably the best line that we have in the house.
This is my favorite, honestly. I love catching them. Every time someone gets yellows, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. Because they're just so big and beautiful.
They're easy. Mm-hmm. One scoop and you can get a couple hundred, no problem.
Yeah, the lights are bothering me. It might even be the ones in front of us, too. There's like 4 lights. But, I mean, since there is 74 people in chat, I just don't judge. But, want to show you the rack, and you can't bring the oh my gosh, I just want to show you guys to show you that we are doing something. We aren't being lazy.
These are put in.
Oh my gosh, almost fell down. Don't judge on how dirty my house is. And it's pretty big. I mean, it takes up the whole middle of the living room. I just wanted you guys to see that we're doing stuff. We're not just doing nothing. I know I'm behind on some videos. I'm putting some content out. We'll hopefully get back to that. I started it, but that's about as far as it got. The cover photo's been done for a month now, and it is phenomenal cover photo.
Sorry, it took me a while to get down from there. It's a long ways.
Brian from Aquachar.
How's it, bro?
Welcome in. Hello, Rob says, I'm staring at my 75-gallon Impulse tank buy. Starter options for shrimp. I'm partial to black substrate.
So anything Neocaridina, pick your absolute favorite color and stick with that. It's a 75-gallon tank, though. How do you do just one type of shrimp? So you're not going to. So you're going to pick maybe some nice natural white sand or something like that you might like. So do some blues, but then you can also do some tiger shrimp. Do the tangerine tigers. They're not going to lose colors. You could also do some raccoons. You can even add in some stardust. All 4 of those shrimp are going to live just fine in that tank with like a neutral pH, and then you won't have any issues with inbreeding. You can even throw in some Malala shrimp. They're kind of colorless and not the best, but those are great starter shrimp for anybody looking to get into shrimp.
And Zen asks if anyone knows, does CO2 have ill effects on Neos? So as long as you're doing it right, you could potentially do it. But
I like to say it is a ticking time bomb,
Mhm.
and you are dancing with the Reaper. However, Tim or Crypt Keeper is over there going, "I'm gonna show you wrong, Grant. They'll never crash." And he's got a tank of Caridina shrimp going. And if you can do Caridinas, you certainly could do Neos. They are definitely the shrimp that I would recommend if you're going to do CO2. But don't expect a high baby survival rate. And if anything goes wrong with the regulator, it's RIP shrimpies.
hey, we're only a couple minutes behind in chat, not 2 Ricos. Hey, we're doing a little bit. Welcome in, Scotty. So we'll get to the list, but I want to say Victoria said, "Can we take an second to appreciate your biotope scapes? Love the scape you did in the woods yesterday. So cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm enjoying it. That tank is now forever going to be in the car and going anywhere we can stop, and I can do a biotope because we live in one of the prettiest areas. So I'm also hoping, like, when we travel, that I can stop at a rest stop and maybe find some water and try to do it. Doesn't take too long. So, all right. Should I start on the list? Just in time for the list.
You should, but I don't think so.
I think we're just going to do the Achilles fish for Scotty.
I don't know if Scotty's here still. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Scotty messaged that he was not having a good day, and it is one of those days where he just needs to go to sleep and start fresh tomorrow. So
maybe we should just dedicate a stream to this or start off with it. I'm so sorry.
I think you should have your
People
own
tell
stream.
Grant that all the time, that he's got a nice rack. It's so weird. Welcome in, Jay Oliver.
How's it going, man?
Thanks for popping in. Said it's nice. Grant has a place to sleep when Shelby gets mad. No. He gets the tiki bar outside. That's where he gets. So that's quicker than normal. Didn't know Grant was a monkey.
Oh.
Well,
I was trying to be a monkey for Halloween, but Shelby couldn't find a zookeeper costume. So.
Yeah. It was a men's zookeeper because only men could be zookeepers apparently to Spirit Halloween. Nate said, "My beautiful zombie tangerine tigers got moved to their own tank yesterday. Now gotta get some girlies in there now, and I found one buried one." Nice. Welcome in, Malcolm Reynolds. Thanks for joining us.
How's it going, man?
Brian said, "I remember the discussion about how Shelby wasn't going to have living room full of tanks." Oh yeah.
Yeah, once upon a time you weren't about it, but it's here, and
somewhat.
You'd have to take a lot of screws out to disassemble it to get it out of your living room.
I do want to be able to live in my home.
Never.
So it has been a discussion before.
You can live and sleep when you
Thank
die.
you, Eric, for the $2 super chat. Scotty's here.
I wish we could save that energy for when Scotty is actually here, though.
He's still here. Tell me about Achilles.
He stayed, all right.
I got you on the Achilles fish, okay? I specifically went around. I'm so sorry that it took a little bit. And I don't want to lose my spot, so let me make sure. I'll just keep up the $2 super chat. Okay, so I am so sorry if I butcher the Latin names of these. But starting off with my first Achilles fish that I ever bred, and the ones that I got babies of, is the Fundulopanchax gardneri, the steel blue lyre tails, really beautiful. I got the Fundulus cingulatus, which is the banded top minnow, which is actually native to Florida. Mine look a little bit different than you'd see on Google. They're kind of a lot more red. I got the I don't want to say this wrong because then like YouTube's gonna take it down. Aphanis minto, which is the Turkish Achilles. I'm giving you both names so people can kind of Google it if you want to. We also got Fundulopanchax sugestes, which is the blue Galaris, and I also have the dwarf red Galaris, which is like right here behind me. That one's the friendliest one I have, and my other blue Galaris. I have 2 tanks of them. The one pair is really nice. So then we go into our Nothiobranchus. I got the Rachove, and I got Nothiobranchus Fossontaneatus. Those are really cool. I got Nothiobranchus Guntherei Zanzibars and Nothiobranchus Korase, Korthaausae. I also got Pangia Panchax Sakuramis, Epilotus Degatis, which are fire mouse Achilles fish, which I have doubled the amount of Achilles in one tank of those. So I'm really proud of those. I got Luciana Goodeyed, which is the bluefin Achilles fish. We don't have many of those left, if we have any left. But they are native to this area, so I could get them at any time. Pseudomopladis annulatus, which are the clown Achilles, pretty common. Golden least Achilles and least Achilles. And we got Amphosemen bitaniatum, close enough. Those ones are pretty cool. I also have the Amphosemion. I didn't write it down. Yes, I did. Wild Decampi, which those ones are cool too. Apparently, those ones are wild caught that I have. I only have a female left of those ones. Golden top minnow as well, if I didn't say that. And that is it for the Achilles fish. Besides the Florida flagfish. I forgot those are Achilles fish too. So we have those. But that is all the Achilles fish that I have currently. Plan to have a few more that are on my bucket list. But I have to get these setups for them so that they are happy. And Brickley said, I have 4 tanks stocked separately with cherry shrimp, yellow neos, blue diamonds, and orange shrimp. What type of shrimp should go in the 2 of my other tanks that are ready for shrimp? What parameters do you have? Is it a neo setup or Caridina setup? If it's neos, the ones you don't have, you could either do snowballs. I like black rose shrimp, but they do cull a lot, so you'd have to have somewhere for the culls to go. I like to have them go wild, but other than that, try to do some reelies. Reelies are pretty cool, but it depends on whether you're set up for neos or Caridina. But there's not too many options to go with after that, but Nano Crime says, I think Shelby was using reverse psychology and wanted more tanks to get her first room garage. You're right. So my thing is with the fish tanks is that I am very supportive in the fish tanks and I want them. I just want to be able to move and be able to have, a life and be able to do things properly. So I want to be able to have our Christmas tree in here and watch movies in the living room like normal people do. So we have improved the living room space in order to do that. So like mounting our TV saved us like 5 feet. Like that thing was taking up so much room. The couch is, it can lay down as a bed. So it's really cool to watch movies. I still have room for my Christmas tree before the other stand gets built. So, I have joked about using reverse psychology because I had quite a bit of tanks before Grant. I don't know if I would have gone to this extent. I might have had a rack, but that would have been it. But yeah, I got done with Achilles fish. Oh my God. Stop. That is so funny. Luke says, what if I use CO2 on a pH probe in order to dial in my pH? That's an option. I mean, I've seen a lot of people. I mean, Grant's not here. Maybe he's not watching, but I've seen a lot of people use CO2 in their tanks and not have an issue. I've seen crystals, but like he said, ticking time bomb. I've seen people with the most skill in CO2 kill their shrimp because it just happens. They slowly start to die off, and I don't know if it's just because they can tolerate it for so long. Like you could tolerate not eating for so long, and then you die. You know, it's just it happens. It's just not something we would recommend doing. But I mean, I've seen people successfully keep them for a couple years, and they only live a couple years. So, I mean, ours have lived longer than a couple years. So, you know, it's all about how you view your shrimp and how long you want to keep them for. Welcome in, new local Austin. I hope you were satisfied with Achilles' discussion. Have a good night, Johnny B. Trying to catch up. Lady said, I've got into Achilles fish. They're so vibrant. Looking forward to getting species from Bunny Viper in the spring. Oh, cool. You got to tell me what you're getting from her. I have a lot that I'm ready for. I want to get when I get the rack set up. That's when I'm going to get some more. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm going to have enough because so the way I'm separating it is males are going to be on like a row where they get their own little tank, and then the females get their own tank, and then the babies get their own tank of those species, just to make it easier for me and breeding wise. I want to be able to have them all black waters, so like it's not going to be a very beautiful tank system to look at. Like from a distance, you're going to be like, oh, what's that muddy water? But it's still going to be pretty cool. Eric says, oh my God, I love your Achilles on Alex's video of your fish room. I thank you so much. I enjoy them. My favorite have been like the Turkish Achilles, but unfortunately my male has Popeye disease. That sounds so funny when you say it together, not pop eye. So it's not fun. Tried some salt water changes. Nothing's working. Poor fish. I don't understand what happened. I've had it forever too. So I don't know if anyone knows about that and how to fix it better than I do. That'd be great. Scotty said, I want fish or eggs when available. Fundulus, Amphis, Rachovi, and Annulatus. I will write that down. And I will try to get those for you. And I'll probably just send you my first batch of eggs so that you can be more successful because I've been so busy. Right now, the Rachovi, everything has got to get on a better feeding schedule, and it will be much better. I did not know the Annulatus was actually, it's in the name, and I didn't realize it was an annual fish. That's funny. Crypt Keeper says, Shelby, what is your favorite fish you've collected from the wild? Ever find weird morphs or hybrids of fish? So I've really only collected the Florida flagfish. Nothing really interesting. At least Achilles, bluefin Achilles. The bluefin were my favorite to catch, of course. They're just gorgeous fish. The other ones that were natives were not caught by me. We had them in the club. Melanistic Gambusia. You're right. I can't believe that won an award. We have caught those. They're on our river. But the bluefin Achilles are on our river, and they are so beautiful when they school. Let me tell you, if I could ever find that video, I cannot wait to post it as a short one day. I'm telling you, I'll find it in Dropbox or something. But I've never found anything weird. Now, we have gone to a park before where we have collected, and years ago, I saw this bright blue fish in there. I think someone just dropped it out in there, but we never had a net or anything. Now, we're smart about it and we carry a net with us. So hopefully we'll collect something really cool. Scotty says, impressive list. Only 1,980 species left to get. Yeah, that is insane. I did not expect that. So thank you for the list and heck of a job pronouncing the names. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Grant's got my phone, so I definitely do Okay. Sin Ginger caught on that. It's got my phone. But a lot of it has been listening to the Killy's Fish Talks. So anyone that knows someone that's really good with Killy's Fish Talks and want to do a talk at our club, I would be more than happy. But a lot of times it's just listening to other people pronounce it, watching certain videos. So that's helping a lot with my Latin. And I want to make sure that when I go to another Killyfish convention that I don't sound stupid. That's funny. Grant, give me my phone back. Stop watching me. Nano says, my guess is that Grant really wants to sleep on the rack. He probably does. If he needs to screw in the top little pieces or else he's just going to fall through. Hello. Said, I ordered shrimp from you and they are supposed to be here Wednesday. I can't wait. I am so happy. We probably just sent those out today then. I hope they all come happy and healthy and ready to go in that tank. Crip said, Grant, with uprooting plants in shrimp tank, how mature or old does the tank usually need to be before it for sure causes issue with bacterial infections and stuff?
So like after the first feeding, the bacteria is already established down there below. They're working their magic. And then after that, it's risky business. So set the tank up the way you want it and then leave it. If you have to touch it, do a massive water change after you do it and hope for the best.
First class fish. Let me tell you right now, we've already talked about this, but it says, have you ever made a maze, put food at the end, and try to see what the fastest shrimp you have is? I already know the answer to this. It is absolutely raccoon shrimp.
Stardust.
We're putting this to the test. $10 is raccoon shrimp.
Can't make bets on national television, Shelby.
This is not national television.
But Larry D coming in clutch. That's the reason why I ran inside.
Only good pest snail is a squished pest.
And they're all pest snails.
Get out of here.
Except for the rabbits.
Josh, hashtag Loach Gang.
Yes.
Josh.
We're going to sell more shirts for
Have a good night, Aaron.
Ryan than he even realizes he could sell that shirt. So if you don't know, check out Ryan. Oh my God, stop talking while I'm talking, please. Check out Ryan at My Wild Fish Tanks over on YouTube, and he's got the merch. A Loach Gang, let's get it. Let's show him some massive sales.
I'm not kidding right now, Lady R. I am literally going to get these just because the name is so funny. There's a couple of them. That's why I said annulatus. I mean, it's pretty close. What's the other one? I have another fish. It's Latin name. Grant was, it's a goodyead. And I can't pronounce it correctly, and it just sounds so bad. I only went through just the Achilles.
Are we gonna do the rest of the fish?
No, another night because it's already 1:28, and it took me a while. So try Epsom salt for the Popeye. It's helping my beta. See, I tried some of that. Maybe I'll try a little bit better. My Turkish Achilles.
Really?
My male. It's still alive.
Dang.
Okay, annulatus is not an annual. Okay, that's what I thought. And then you said eggs, so I was worried.
Shrimp is the best at poker?
Mm.
I feel like this is like a pun question.
Mm.
And I should have known it. The Super Princess beef? No, almost.
You better get it. You better come up with good.
I don't know.
Okay. Erythrocymon is supposed to be the go-to for Popeye, but so many things can cause it.
That's
Lots
what we
of
need
water
for
changes.
the flower horn as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what. It was so strange. Like, the tank has been fine. I cleaned their sponge filters. Okay. Back. I like our bed. No, is you talking about smushing snails?
Yeah, I know. No, I won't do it on yours.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Scotty, the fish freak. Is that my new one? Oh, that's my old one. I haven't even been posting it. Oh, I did post. I posted a snake one. If you guys like snakes, that one's good. I'm still upset about the whole situation. Brandon said, "Is that trying to decide which is the fastest shrimp or which is the smarter
Or maybe
between
the
Stardust
hungriest. It's hard to pick out.
and
But
Raccoon?" I think Raccoon are dumber, honestly, and I think Stardust are smarter, more aggressive. Raccoon are like little panda bears to me. They're
are you
just
trying to
adorable.
change your answer now?
No, I still think that Raccoon shrimp are faster than, but not smart. I think that Stardust are smarter.
What about the cheetah? The cheetah might be the fastest shrimp, and that's why they're eating to the cheetah.
We're gonna have to test it out. You know what we need to do is like have a little plastic gate and then put one of each shrimp and then put the food on the other side and pull the gate up. See who gets it to the food first. My raccoons are gonna win. I know exactly which hungry female
Or
I'm going
even better,
for,
we
too.
could put a beta fish in there and put
Oh.
no plants or anything, and which one survives the longest.
No, I love all three of those shrimp. No, it's not happening. Maybe
Use
a
fat
Neo.
male.
Oh man. I said, I was just joking around, but I love how you guys have an idea of which would win. Hello, Chiller Method said, could use a woman's intuition. Grant, this is your question.
I know, I was ready.
As a newly single shrimp keeping bachelor and nobody keeps fish here, SoCal, how should I bring up the hobby to prospective non-fish keeping dates? So don't talk about it on the first date. I'm going to give you that advice right now. It's that one would be hard, but I think what you would need to do, I don't know. I would say fish club meeting. You don't have fish club meetings there? Nobody keeps fish here in SoCal. So I think a lot of people might be too busy for fish and still enjoy it, and you don't know. Because, like, if I was working a full-time job, I probably want to have a fish tank, honestly. Like, if I didn't have Grant's help. Like, I'd just get too stressed out, maybe one fish tank. But the best way to talk about it is say, like, so shrimp is a little bit harder than fish. You might have to talk and show her the shrimp. That's going to be your best bet. A lot of TikToks, honestly, would probably TikTok's more like if you do it, an easier way to show like a cute little video of the shrimp. A lot of people do some funny ones. There's like rave shrimps and stuff like that. I've got a couple funny ones on my page.
What you do is you
That
just
one's
tell
hard.
her how many tanks you have, and if she's like, "Oh my God, you have that many tanks," you'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And then you show her our YouTube channel, make her subscribe on her phone, and then show her the house tour, and be like, "It's not that many, see?"
Not that bad.
And then just tell them about the money it can make, the beautiful flowers on the Bucephalandra that you have, or maybe
You gotta
put a
find
jet.
what she can find interesting, whether that be a stupid gimmick SpongeBob tank. Maybe she likes
She
SpongeBob.
probably has
or a
4
TV
cats
show.
or like 3 dogs already, so you could probably, you know what I mean, that they got their own little thing too. Figure
There's
out
a
what
lot of
that
different
is,
ways.
and then play off that.
Oh man. But bring up the hobby to prospective non-fisher.
You could also go to
I'm trying to think of
repticons
how
or
to bring
reptile
up
shows.
the hobby.
They're like a step down from fish keepers. So it's like they might be a little, you know, but they'll
Well,
definitely be interested in fish as
to-
well if they're down to take care of crickets, bugs, or rats.
So yeah, that was true. It's a little easier. But how to bring it up is also just asking like interest. And I mean, you really want to be interested in the person that you're talking to. So you need to figure out what they like. That's a good way to start it off, is just be
Or
like,
just
and
hit
then
it
this
right
is what I like.
away because you don't want
Yeah.
to waste no time with nobody who ain't about
Stop.
it. If
He
they
would
don't
be
want 12
terrible
more
dating
takes
in
by
this
the end
day
of the
and
year
age.
and it's November, get them out of there. Get them
But
out of there.
you
Diddy,
have to
1 or
find
2
the right
tanks,
one.
not enough. 12.
Yeah, and also if someone just doesn't like it, and they're probably just not for you anyways, just get rid of them.
How funny would it have been though if I had just fallen all the way through?
Would have been great.
During
Scotty
the
said
live.
non-annual eggs can be dry incubated just like annuals. Yeah, so I did figure that out when we had our the blue gardener eyes. the eggs dried out in the tank, and then we hatched them. One of them was not successful. We have Hunchback, and we call him Gimpy. He's adorable. He keeps trying to feed him to everyone, but I love Gimpy.
Good night, Scotty. Hopefully,
Oh,
Shelby
good night.
made your night a little bit better.
yeah, I hope
Have
so.
a good one. Hopefully, you get some good night rest.
Josh said Grant made me do it. He's making you do a lot of things, Josh. And you're not getting in trouble for them. I know it's all Grant.
Just wait till tomorrow.
Nano
You're
said-
at work. We'll have the whole wilderness all to ourselves.
He just loves rubbing it in that I have to go to work while he enjoys his life. Nano said shrimp obstacle course. That would be a good TikTok video. You know what's funny? I forgot about it until you just said something.
Don't say anything. But you're on to something.
So the Popeye has been a mystery for me too. It's in one eye. Does yours have it in both or one? Both. It scared the crap out of me because I was like, what's wrong with my fish? And like, actually, you can go into Alex's video and he does a video of it. And I was like, that's when we found it out because the male hides really well. The two females come out like no other. The male hides. And he came out during the video and I was like, what's wrong with my fish? Why does it look like a cartoon character? I'm like, I've never even seen it before. That is crazy. Thank you so much, Vibes, for the 99-cent super sticker. Why did that one pop up? Oh, man. Why
We
does
got
this
some
keep
mods
happening?
in here. Hopefully, they're taking care of that.
Yeah. I tried.
You
We got to
can't do
pull it up on
anything.
our phone, yeah.
Uh,
But anyway, here's your video. Thank you so much. We're getting back there. I fell behind.
I didn't think we were that far.
Oh,
behind.
no,
I
we
thought
weren't.
only
They weren't
5
that bad,
minutes.
actually. Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I think those are already taken care of. We just don't see them deleted on our end. We're good. What's up, Brandon? I don't know if you said hi to that, Brandon.
Yes.
I said hi to the other Brandon last time.
Brandon said, having aquariums is like cats. If people ask how many, just say more than 2. That's all the information they need.
Or more than one.
You know what's funny? I don't know how I'd react if I I like it. So it'd be interesting to me. But
I would
some
say
people
I
just
have
aren't
a-
animal people. If they're not animal or fish people, they're not our type of people. Just leave them to the curb because we don't need that negativity in our life. That's for sure.
I would say I just have a few tanks. And when they want to be like, be more specific. What's a few tanks? I'd be like, a few hundred. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I really want them to recover because these were a gift from someone, and I'm very upset about this. And I am at my wit's end. It's upsetting me.
Chad gave those to you, didn't he?
Matt said she's a comedian. She said without Grant's help, we know he doesn't. Oh, that's good.
See, Mondays and
Make sure-
Saturdays are Shelby's, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays are mine, right?
First class says make sure she's a nerd or keep your mouth shut. Chiller message said so. Show her the shrimp first, get her to subscribe, then bail when she says, oh my God, 20 tanks and a full-time job? Ew. You guys are awesome. If she uses a sentence, ew, she needs to go. That is just not okay. I don't know. You got to find, I don't know where you live in California. I'm sorry. You got a lot of ew girls. They're all fancy and they want their makeup, and it's just like maybe lie to her and say like shrimp actually like make makeup or something, and that's why you breed them. And maybe like 6 years down the road, you'll just be like, oh, you really believe that?
Oh.
That'd be so funny. Sorry, some of the I don't know. But you got to find the ones. There's just so many people in California are all about like makeup and TikTok and Instagram and being Instagram famous. So you gotta find
That one.
the right one. So maybe like nerds. So like animal cons and things like that, and I don't know if you guys have reptile shows. Grant was onto something. Did Grant just suggest I hit it and quit it? Probably.
I don't know what I did.
I don't know either. Oh no. Sorry you lost the beta fish, Lady R. I would cry if I lost my alien betas. I wonder if we can just see it and it
Yeah,
doesn't.
they're
Yeah.
deleted already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't listen to me. It's okay. I've accepted that.
Thank you, Crypt Keeper. On it.
I read it as I defeated it for you.
Nate said, have a tank with pygmy cories and caradinas. I put tiny algae tabs to keep cories out of shrimp dish and had one shrimp that would steal the tab from them. Cories look like a fat kid dropped ice cream.
That's funny.
I
We took
can see
Josh
them
to
right
our
now,
ice cream
too.
parlor tonight.
Yeah, it's good ice cream. So if you're in Florida, we know the ice cream hookup. And apparently, according to Josh, we know the good food hookups, too. Zen said, people that aren't animal people are sociopaths. Just saying. That's what I feel like. If they don't like, or at least enjoy it somewhat, like you don't have to personally like fish, but like if you don't have to take care of them and they're just kind of in the house and you have a couple fish tanks and you don't enjoy them, I don't like you. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, I understand if they're too much work or you can't handle them, but like, who doesn't like looking at fish? Like, I love birds. I wouldn't keep one in the house, but I like looking at them. Them come near me, I'm gonna cry
I
because
just
they're
don't want to clean the
gross.
cage. It's
I
just
love
all
them
poop
though. They're beautiful. So that's
and a little bit of
they
seed.
are sociopaths. So a little bit of what?
Cleaning their cages, it's all poop and like a little bit of seed, but like
Dude.
mostly poop
Or he
or
needs to
seed
go
covered in poop.
for sure. Too true. Now I have the SNL. Oh my god, yeah, that you. Yes, I've watched that like 6 times. It's so funny. I would too. I honestly, because like we passed right by our beta fish tank into the room. If he wasn't there, I would actually be really
She
sad
actually
every
did
day.
go outside and cry because when we got home from one of the trips, she couldn't find her betta fish. And then she was like pulling apart all the plants in the tank looking for it. She's like, it's gone. And I even thought it was gone. I thought it jumped out of the tank and the dog ate it. Like, we have a dog, he eats everything. Why not a betta fish? You know? And so I assumed it was that. And then she was so sad outside. I was like, I gotta find this fish. So I super shook out the black taro magic plant that she had, and it came out. And I was like, Shelby, it's alive. Her day came back.
It was much
a
better.
Good day.
June said, there's a few here in California that are animal people. I haven't met any fish people here. That's crazy because like my the person I worked for actually was the only person I knew from California. There are some shrimp people in California. Most of them are importers or something like that, but there are some, but all men.
You just go down Skid Row and then be like, I got a better addiction than what you're on. Follow me. And then you can just raise one back from health.
Lady R said, I do plan on getting another beta, though. I was just want to ensure that everything is good in the tank first. I plan on another rescue beta from Lisa at KG. Yep. You know what I have is really cool betas. It's a wild beta. Besides my alien betas, is my beta Edith. That thing is so cute. They're a wild beta. It was fire ice cream.
This man likes cherries, though. I don't know.
They are mouth brooding beta fish, just so you know. They're wild beta fish, which is in the same classification.
But everybody says the Grammies.
They have a limited quality of betas that require special needs, but they try to adopt them when they get them. That's pretty cool. That's so cool. I know I've been wanting some beta fish from them. I need green ones, so. Aquaria Life. Steph is a Californian. Yes. No, don't do that. Yeah, California is it's really big, so it really depends on where you're at and like who would be around that area. I can't believe we're caught up in chat. That doesn't happen very often. Emails are popping up. Thank you, Vibes, saying don't forget the thumbs up. First class fish. Do wild type betas have similar personalities as the ornamentals? So I actually really like my alien wild type. They're super friendly. I actually have a video on my TikTok of it coming right up. Like I tap on the glass and it comes up and feeds. So really sweet, lazy like they are. Never had an issue. The Edith that are the mouth brooding ones, which I don't know. They're beautiful. They are doing wonderful, and they come out. The babies are super friendly, and they seem to have the same personalities. But the problem with beta fish and their personalities, they change from fish to fish. Like my female wild beta is not friendly. She don't care. She wants her food. She'll eat and she hides. My male is out and about, loves it. It's like a little puppy. So it really depends on the type of personality that this specific beta. I wouldn't say it was wild or just, ornamental. It would just be based on that fish. So Victoria said, I'm literally all alone with my animal and plant hobby. I literally lost all my close friends when I started to go ham and ally passions. I think I scared a lot of people away. So, I think about this all the time. I don't have many friends anymore that aren't in the hobby. Most of my friends are in the hobby. Like Victoria, you're my friend. We're not close, but I enjoy everybody that comes and watches us weekly and supports me. I consider you more of a friend than the people that I've known for 10 plus years that don't support me, that don't follow my hobby and what I do. You don't want those kind of people in your life anyways. If you have to please them in every little aspect and bend over backwards, they're not friends. They're acquaintances. That's what I call them. When someone supports you and helps you out, says good job, it's so nice to see what you're doing. That you don't have to like what someone is doing to support them and to enjoy what they're doing. I don't have to like birds to know like my friend is doing a great job and share her business. I don't burn candles, but I'm gonna buy a candle for my friend if I want to support her in her business. I don't burn candles. Like I can't breathe with them. I think they're very toxic, but like I'm going to support them. So if you have people that aren't supportive, they're not friends anyways. You'll find other friends, and yes, they might be farther away, but I know that there's a lot of you that I can call at any time and message when I'm not feeling good enough. So there's plenty of people in the hobby, reaching out through Facebook, YouTube, like we are now, like y'all get together. I mean, you're all friends, honestly. You'd be surprised. And when you are together, I mean, it's a room full of laughter and fun. And remember that when you think about friends.
And check out your fish club, because I have a lot of local, like Dane. I don't get to hang out with him a lot, but I know if I was ever really bored one day and I just wanted to go hang out with, I met Dane through our fish club. And I know I could go, hey, dude, tomorrow, what are you doing? And if he's got the day off, we could set something up. We can go collecting. We could go do something. So the fish clubs are a good way to find people around you. And I think you're in the Chicago area. So you've got like a plant society. You've got the Greater Chicago Aquarium Society. You've got quite a few things. I know Mike Esposito's in your area. He might have waken me up the past 2 days early in the morning because I got Josh here and he's on Missouri time and I'm trying to be a good host. So I'm up really late building the stand and working on things with him. But man, he's such a great guy and he's in your area. I know he might be a little bit old, but there's got to be younger Mikes and other like-minded people like that in the area as well. So
I have to show you. It is a gourami, but it's technically it's both wild beta and gourami. But that is the beta Edith. Oh, I'm terrible with this. Look at that. Thing is so cool. It shines blue on the tails. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. Sorry. First class says, now I have the SNL California skit in my head. WB says, keep it a surprise till she comes to the house. If she don't look in the tanks for 10 minutes checking it out or talk about it, call an Uber.
Very nice.
I agree. I think if not even 10 minutes, like as long as she appreciates, she'll be like, wow, that's cool. That's interesting. And like, that's something. I have literally, like I've said in other streams, people just ignore them. Literally just didn't say a single word. That's definitely you better get out. You're walking home. I'm not even calling you an Uber.
Nate, you got to back out of live chat and then you'll see the live button.
Thanks, Crip. Yeah, don't forget we have our sale going on for the whole month. It is our Black Friday sale, so it is really good sales on our website, and everything you buy 10 of specific shrimp, you get 3 free.
I did forget to mention that earlier. I said the whole everything's marked down 20 to 50% off, and if you're a member, you can get an extra 10. So lots of potential there, but the buy 10 get 3 free. It's our best deal of the entire year by far.
Victoria said, but it's okay because people who aren't into animals or plants are very negative 9 out of 10. Who needs that noise? Exactly. Josh said,
there are those rare people that aren't into like plants or people or anything like that like rocks, and there's some people that just like rocks. That's like the only exception is rock people.
I don't know a single person that likes rocks that we know.
Pete's into rocks.
He likes
I can
fish.
talk to Pete about rocks because I aquascape.
So Victoria, you got friends out here just new and crazier. That is for sure, Josh. Thank you, Victoria.
Because you send the rock people, they've got all these like crazy little like places to go and buy rocks and little gems and stuff like that. And those are the same places that do like, oh, I'll ruin this entire piece of stone for like this little tiny piece of it. And then you get all these scrap pieces of quartz and petrified wood. So talk to the crazy rock people. They're worth it.
Oh, are you okay? Are you talking about the wood people and rock people?
About Pete. Pete goes looking for obsidian and then brings us
First
back
class
petrified
fish
wood.
says, I hear you. Yeah, they all have their own personalities. I guess that's what I meant when they say have personality in general. I feel betas do in general compared to a lot of fish. Yes, they do. And my Gadaids also have they're like mini cichlids to me. They're adorable. Another good fish with a good personality would be my blue Galaris killifish. Those come up to you. They're definitely just hungry and they're like mean as a whip. But they'll eat out of your hand. They're so sweet. And then pea puffers, if you get them to like you enough, they're friendly.
All puffers are pretty personal. They're like little water puppet dogs.
Yes. Bigger fish tend to be more personal, like flowerhorn big. And then what are you pointing at?
Is that a new one from Vibes? I feel like it's fresh.
No, that's the same.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Green water. Okay.
You good?
I'm reading. I'm so sorry.
I know. It's all on you.
So June said my local fish store suggested I start a fish club. When I asked if there was a club, what nerve. Yeah, it's kind of hard. You know what would be a good idea is actually starting a Facebook page and see how many people are interested, and then maybe having a meeting. You'd be surprised like how fast they could pick off.
So also another thing is you might actually have a fish club in your area that you don't know about. On Facebook the other day, Corey from Aquarium Co-op.
She reposted it.
Huh?
She reposted it, I think, or commented on it.
Well, you might be able to find one worth driving to. Me and Shelby, we drive to some that are over 2 hours away, and it's a once a month thing. If you don't do anything else, it might be worth driving the 2 hours to go to a fish club that's not nearby.
So Victoria said, I tried the fish clubs in Chicago, but felt like I was going through high school all over again, so I don't go anymore.
Well-
It is very hard. If I didn't have Grant, I'm very antisocial. So if I didn't have Grant, it would be more difficult. So I don't want to hear it from Grant, Mr. Social Butterfly.
I also can't speak much because we have some of the best club members that really
they're
took
so
us
sweet.
in with open arms. It was also like this kind of guy that stands up in the front of the club and he's like, "Oh, you guys signed up for the auction and you're new here. By the way, we got you. What's your name? What do you do? What do you keep? How many tanks do you have? Oh, by the way, how many tanks does this person have? This person," like, he really like lets you know that you're in a group full of safe people. And I was like, "Oh, I've only got like 15 tanks right now, but by the time we were here next month, I'll have 50, and then after that, I'll have 150." I just kind of talked like a bunch of like plans because I didn't have that much, and I figured a lot of people there. And then the president and a couple other people were like, "Yeah, this kid's talking a bunch of smack." And then now looking back at it, they're like, "Man, you really did all that." So we have a really good club, and I think you should just try again or go to some of the events because I know like Jason Adams goes to your club,
Mhm.
and like you just gotta like
Yeah.
find some other people that you talk to.
I think
And
going
even if you
after a
just
while,
go
you'll
and you
figure
spend
it.
15 minutes talking to those people, it's probably worth it. They're great people.
Yeah. You really got to find the right people. Sometimes you can get the wrong impression really fast to some people. Like I know that I did, and I didn't like a couple of the people, and then I started talking to them, and it was much better. I'm very, like I said, antisocial, so it's really hard. Younger, I was a social butterfly. You couldn't keep me away from talking to people. Now, as I know people are mean and very judgmental, I don't talk to people anymore. So I can understand going somewhere and it feeling out of place, and like there's cliques or groups that have known each other. It's just because they've known each other for so long. So I just say, you got to slowly work your way in. We didn't know everyone the first day. We didn't know everyone every single time we went, and sometimes we had to sit alone. It helps to have someone with you, like if Brian can go with you.
Yeah, that's all you need. Though. He's great.
yeah.
Just bring him along, and then put all the pressure on his shoulders and make him carry you around.
So you gotta have your comfort person, that's him. Guys, I'm in their house. It's awesome. It's how all homes should be.
Wait, you're inside right now? I thought
and I
you
love
were out
rocks.
front. Hold on. Where did you come in?
Stop. You're so funny. June says, everything living has a personality. Feed anything long enough, it will love you.
I like to think snails don't.
I think you're right on that, honestly. I think that's the only thing that's like not friendly. Like they just don't care. They're like, food? Oh, this is food?
Everywhere.
Uh.
That is all the thing is thinking about.
You know what?
Go
And
get
try
some
telling my chameleons. I had some of them with terrible personalities, and I mean, we had
They
them
were
for years.
personalities.
And like, yeah, they were just terrible. Like we had Popo, which was our red, white, and blue. I refused to feed him after a while because I tried making that chameleon love me, and nope, it only liked Grant. It would try to bite me every single time. I was like, I'm done with you. You're crap. Done. It was good.
It wasn't
good one.
that he liked me. It was just that I wasn't
You were
scared
dominant,
to get bit, and I would just put my hand sideways big enough that he couldn't bite me. Where Shelby was like, "Nah, he's gonna get around it. She's got these little hands. I got a big wall." Let me catch up on chat.
Luke said, speaking of clubs, if we throw an event in Sacramento, are you interested?
100%. Bring me
California?
out there to the West Coast. I am ready for it.
We should plan that to go to California or to Hawaii.
To Portland. I mean, I don't think I want to do that. If we're going to Hawaii, I'm going straight to Hawaii. And
You can't just
then
go straight to Hawaii.
I mean,
you fucking
we
swim.
could stop.
You have to go to
somewhere
California.
yeah, but not. I don't want to go make a whole day out of it. Just let's get the trip over to Hawaii, do our week in Hawaii, and then come back.
Zen said, when I've tried to even talk in the forums for the club here, it was an old man boys club. And I do not feel like I would have fit in very well.
All right, so the forums are very, very weird, and it is
It's
very
the same
old
in the
men
club,
on
Grant.
the clubs. It is the same
The
with
same.
ours. I joined the forums for our club back when I was into the shrimp forum, and I was like, this is not for me. However, I guarantee you there are other women who are just into it. There's several single mothers who bring their kids. There's old ladies like Thelma who have been in the hobby for generations, and nobody's got anything on Thelma except for maybe Bill Shields, but they are both legends in their own right. I mean, I don't think Bill has ever done any really cool circus tricks, even with having bred elephants. Like, I bet you Thelma can do more with the elephants than Bill.
So, but to say on this, because Grant doesn't understand this at all, because I get overtalked and overspoke a lot or just completely ignored. So I understand it. So that's why you have to have like your comfort person. I did finally get some respect from a lot of people in the club, which was great. But a big thing is that it's that generation. That's why I complain about my job so much. That generation shops at my work. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. And I know I am the last person to speak of this because I get very mad about it. It irks me to my soul. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of times what you need to do in your area, hence our area did it, is start a new fish club. And I know it seems a little difficult and it seems a little out there, but if you put enough passion or have a lot of people that can come together and you can all do it together, that would be the best way, because you get younger people, different people involved, because some people might not feel comfortable in all those other clubs and be looking for a new club. So you'd be surprised if you started a new club, try it on Facebook, see how many people you can get to join for that area, and get the word out, like maybe start it with virtual online talks and stuff like that, which they could be boring, but
defeats the
it
purpose
helps.
of meeting people in person.
Right, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
That you can't just go big and go home. Like it's different nowadays
Our
than
club,
it used to
though,
be.
has 110 people at the last meeting, and they started in Jose's living room.
Yeah,
I was one of the first speakers for their club, maybe the fourth one, and there was maybe 24 people at the meeting before mine, and then there were so many people at the meeting for mine. It's just as the club was growing, that the next meeting they're like, we have to get a bigger venue.
And
It
so big
was
now.
an entire chop block full venue. It was like my first time speaking, and I was expecting 24 people, not 40. And it was my first talk. I heard it wasn't the best, but it got me invited to do other talks.
He's
well,
so
you know
great
what?
now.
I'll say more on the
you
next
know what?
talk just for you.
I might be mean after he leaves the talk, but the next talk is so much better. I actually don't even have to complain very often.
I gotta give huge credit to Chris Biggs. After seeing his talk, I was like, I gotta step
Where's
up
my
my
credit?
game, and I'm just gonna have to throw Shelby under the bus for jokes. He does it for his
Mhm.
wife and his ex-wife, and I don't have an ex-wife, never will have an ex-wife, so you gotta get all of the
He doesn't have a
under
wife.
the
He
bus,
can't have an
Shelby.
ex-wife. Oh man. Oh, can't wait to see it. It is so phenomenal. I saw like some of the blue now added on. Oh, I'm so excited to see it.
And then we sent you a picture of our pea puffer that I caught out of the hot tub the other night.
Oh man. Have a good night, Malcolm Reynolds. I can't believe. Oh,
Yeah, you've been like therapist.
so I need 4 to 6 weeks to finish cycling another tank. Will you run this sale again before Christmas?
No, the sale will be over on Black Friday, or no, the last day of the month. We will run other sales, but not quite as extravagant as our Black Fridays. It is legit the best sales of the year, and we advertise that and stick with it the rest of the year.
You could hold shrooms on. specific shrimp we could hold your
You
order.
can pay for them now, and then we can hold. Yeah, Shelby is right.
And Nate said, Grant, how would you explain yourself to SpongeBob about Gary?
Gary!
Oh, God.
Sorry.
We have several actual Garys. Sorry. We have a big Gary outside, and it's so funny when so it likes to, travel outside of the hot tub. And I don't know, this thing is so stupid. Grant's got to go save it most of the time. Talks about killing snails all the time, but he cares about Gary. And he'll be outside and he'll just scream real loud, Gary, what are you doing, Gary? You can't be out of the water. He does love Gary.
My favorite episode of SpongeBob, though, is the one where Gary gets sick, and I like to turn it off right before he gets better. No, not even a chuckle, not even a shake of the head.
No.
What does Luke have to say?
Luke is, and so Oscar said, you're here in California, said Luke said, I just got voted in as VP and Travis is president of our club. Transition next month. I'll hit you up if we green light it or no anymore. That's awesome.
My only thing is I have a couple clubs who have asked me. I will set them to the back of the line just for you, Luke. Don't you worry. But Aquashella has priority over everybody because we run the shrimp contest. So as long as it doesn't line up with Aquashella, I don't know. Shrimp is doing something in the corner. He's trying to get his bed out. Yeah.
Zen said, you'd think in Houston there would be a ton, but there really aren't that I can find. Yeah. This first class fish said, wait, single moms? Yeah, I don't.
They knows how to raise young. Good for fry. No, sorry.
Not a good one.
No, sorry. I tried. I missed.
Lady said, my area is totally devoid. No one keeps fish in my county, I swear. So grateful that I have you guys. It's crazy. I'm so glad we can be here. Touch the like button. It was lonely. Hello, Abigail said, how do I increase the chances of survival for baby shrimp?
So, keeping the water quality as pristine as possible and at the right parameters, keeping up with water changes, keeping the water going into the tank the exact same parameters that are already in the tank, and then feeding every other day, just staying on top of that, getting a schedule, and then maintaining that is the best way to increase your survival rate. If your survival rate is low and you already have a schedule and you're already doing everything that I already listed, chances are your parameters aren't as dialed in as you thought they were. And let me know about that, and we can see how we can change that for you. Probably won't be tonight, though. So you can email us at granteater@gmail.com. We kind of need to run through it.
Our club has the same thing similar to that, growing and opening and welcoming because everyone got sick of the old card. Yep, it happens. That's exactly how it is. Thank you, SnapTight100. Said thank you both for all you do and info to share. Been watching all your videos. Thank you so much for watching.
I haven't recognized this name before.
It's new. Yeah. Welcome in. And it was up earlier. I said something.
Oh.
All right. Well, I hope you guys all have a good night. Trying to catch up on the last little bit. And because it is getting late and I have work in the morning. Welcome in, Ruben. Thank you for joining us. Back, have a second down, so I can only read the comments while watching TV. Makes sense. And we made it. Shelby, is there a link to what parameters Neos need? On our website, under each Neo, she asked for my opinion. on our website, under each Neo is the parameters that we think that are ideal for Neos. So with that being said, and it being 10 minutes past the hour, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking around. And
later, guys. And remember, tell them tales and crush them snails. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, everyone, for your super chats and all your support. I always forget to say it. Thank you for watching.
Thanks,
Have a good
mods.
night.